This is Ryan.
This is Jordan.
And you are listening to episode 2 of the HackMyStuff.com podcast. We are recording Monday, May 28th, 2007, live from Ryan's basement.
It's very luxurious here.
Yep. Pepsi. Oh, look at this! I even have Pepsi in my pocket. We're gonna go over some news today. I hope everybody got a chance to listen to the last podcast. I hope everybody enjoyed it. Nobody seemed to comment on the forums.
Yes,
but
we enjoy your comments, even if they are somewhat negative.
Well, we were looking for some constructive criticism, but nobody really had anything to say. So whether you liked it or not, we're gonna keep doing these podcasts.
Yep.
What's new and interesting here? We're gonna run over a couple things. We did. Jordan and I took some time today and went over basic format. So we're gonna see if we can stick to it this time and not seem quite so schizophrenic. Incidentally, you'll notice the absence of Sean today. It is just Jordan and I. Yesterday we ran into some problems trying to get everybody together on schedules, and I've got to stop saying We're gonna edit that out.
No, we're not.
Yeah, yes we are. We're not taking this all in one take. I will take the time to edit it.
Oh, will you really?
I will. Now that I know to stop and then edit.
You should add us into mine to make yourself sound better.
Yeah, I will.
Perfect.
Yep. In any case, what's going on? FTA-wise, we're going to start with some FTA news. Of course, that stands for free to air. That anybody that's listening that didn't tune into the last podcast or doesn't know what it is, FTA, which stands, of course, for free to air, which is satellite receivers. New bin file today for the ViewSat machines. Pepsi.
Refreshing.
Yes. New ViewSat bin files for the Platinum Lite, Extreme, and Ultra. This is really to combat a few issues. There's really nothing new going on, as I say on the news posting in regard to this forum. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. So please, if you're not having any problems with your auto rolls or anything like that, don't mess with it. You'll be fine. And this is really to combat a few other issues that is irrelevant to majority of the people. So really, in regard to FTA stuff, that's really all that's going on. Anybody that needs help, please post to the forums, and we'll get on that as soon as we can. The administrators, myself, and a couple other guys included, have been monkeying around with the FTA stuff for quite a while. So there are quite a few problems that we've come across that we can hopefully help you get fixed up fairly quickly and painlessly. But that's about it for the FTA stuff. That's really all that's going on. In regard to 360, we got some good news over the weekend, or actually, I guess it was just before the weekend. It took a while to hit North American channels because it was originally both a Spanish poster on a Spanish website. There was a hacker who basically claims that he has a way around the current Xbox Live situation for those of us with modded firmware who got the boot from Xbox Live. Jordan not being one of them.
Yep, I'm 100% paying public, I guess.
You're 100% puss. Is what you are.
Hey, I want to be a journalist, so if I can help the industry, I want to go into any way I can.
I know journalists. Hey, I know journalists who have modified firmware as well. Maybe not. Yeah, maybe not to pursue the activities that I'm pursuing.
Yeah.
In terms of.
I have no problems with modding for fun, but I don't know anybody who actually just mods to play Linux and then actually buys games. How do you feel about let's take the PSP for example. In last week's podcast, I was talking about the Daedalus R11 for the N64 emulator, and of course there's a PSP, I should say a Nintendo and a Super Nintendo emulator and things like that for the PSP. Okay.
How do you feel about that? Like as emulated software?
I don't know. I haven't emulated anything for a long time, so.
Okay. So when you want to play a classic game, you break out the Nintendo.
Yeah, or the Virtual Console. But don't give me that look. Hey, whatever. Just because you're jealous because you don't have a Wii yet.
Well, one of these days.
Yeah, don't trip on yourself.
I won't.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, I probably would play. I don't know. an emulated game, it doesn't really bother me if it's a hard to find game and you're not able to buy it anyway.
Yeah.
Because like around Brandon, you can't find NES games worth crap. Like,
well, yeah, no.
There's one store that like sells NES games, but they're like, do you want like I don't know.
Well, that's the same.
Hockey 87.
Just this week, I hooked up a friend with a copy of Nestor J for the PSP. He has a PSP and he has a Nintendo, and he has a copy of a game called Baseball Stars. The original Baseball Stars. Not Baseball Stars 2, but for whatever reason, he specifically wanted this game. The problem is, he can't find a power cord for it. Okay. You know, granted, he could probably buy one on eBay for X number of dollars, and who knows how much it would cost him and how long it would take to get here. Actually, in the meantime, he and his friend, who wanted to play it together, both own PSPs. I hooked them up with a copy of Nestor J and a ROM for Baseball Stars, and they were playing it Wi-Fi within like 10 minutes.
That's kind of cool, I guess.
It is. It's awesome.
I didn't know you could do Wi-Fi multiplayer on NES games.
Yeah? Oh yeah. We're gonna get you hooked up.
How does that work though? Because like I can understand if a game like already has Wi-Fi, like you're pirating a PSP game or something, or if something has split screen, but like that's not even like that's supposed to be played on the same screen, isn't it?
Yeah,
if it's an NES game.
Yeah, it's built into the software.
That's weird.
I don't know. You know, I'm not a programmer. I don't know exactly how it works. But like, I mean, if a game is multiplayer, if it supports more than one player in the game, it natively supports it in the Wi-Fi. It's built into the emulator.
That's kind of cool.
It is. It's awesome. I just have no one to play with.
Yeah, because I actually buy PSP games, so they keep updating on me.
I have a couple of. I was playing a UMD disc last night, so hey.
Yeah, but how old was that UMD disc?
Launch.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm getting back into Ridge Racer.
I'm playing Puzzle Quest, so Puzzle Quest is surprisingly awesome.
No, it looks good. Everybody's.
It's bejeweled, but fun.
Yeah.
So it's fun for 5 minutes.
We're doing our classic getting off topic here, but in any case, so anybody that is listening to this podcast that may or may not, that may have modified their firmware and has been booted from Xbox Live.
I was gonna say, we were talking about 360 stuff.
Yeah, yeah. If you were sort of at your wit's end and had a bit of a panic attack, hang in there. The fellow that wrote this program was hoping to have it posted this weekend, but still nothing. As soon as it's available, of course, I'll have it up on the site, and hopefully the instructions will be fairly easy to follow, being as the original language is in Spanish, so it might have to run through some sort of Babelfish or something like that.
I had another 360 news. Hot on the heels of all the 80s themes for the 80s Guitar Hero being announced, they actually announced 10 new songs for Guitar Hero 3, which is coming to the PS2, Wii, Xbox 360, and to PS3. So I guess we'll just name some here. The first 6 are actually original recordings, which means they will be the recordings done by the original artists.
Yeah.
So they won't be covers done by the people at Activision.
Yeah. Previously, it was Harmonix and